What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. And you know what? I'm reminded of an old school rap lyric: punks step up to get beat down. Yeah, so we have Senator Jeff Phony Flake talking to Jim Acosta, and he's talking about possibly challenging President Trump in 2020, or at least recommending that somebody challenges President Trump in 2020. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe some of these rhinos don't understand what Trump has done to the GOP. All right, he's totally changed it. Now, I know that a lot of conservatives support the Republican Party because they're the closest thing to sanity. When you look at the Democratic Party, they're nuts, they're crazy, they're completely off the rails, and they're continuing to drift further and further out there to sea. All right, after a while, they're going to be lost without a sail. All right, so by default, a lot of people have to vote Republican just to try to keep us close to some type of sanity. But we have not come across a Republican that has done what Donald Trump has done, which is brought a new energy to the GOP and a new candidness that we've never seen before. To be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to do. After Trump is done with his second term, it's going to be real hard to look at the next candidate, whether they're Republican, definitely all the Democrats. Already assume. Just if they got a D in front of their name, they already fake. Because you can't be a part of that party without supporting their garbage policies. So anyway, it's going to be real hard, though, to support the next Republican that steps up. You know, I like Mike Pence, don't get me wrong. But man, Trump is crass as he is. He has really kind of separated the GOP. You got Trumplicans and then you got Republicans. And Jeff Flake is a Republican / rhino. Now, my gut tells me that between him and Corker and, of course, Mitt Romney, they're trying to probably drum up somebody who can challenge the president in 2020, which would be foolish because they're going to get embarrassed. See, what they don't understand is Trump brings something to the race that none of them bring. And that's genuality. That is straight candidness. He is extremely candid, almost to a fault. And he follows through with what he says he's going to do. Even if he's met with severe obstacles like the funky, crooked, nasty, dirty Democrats and the liberal media, along with the rhinos like Mitt Romney, Jeff Flake, the people at least can see that Trump, with all of his flaws, his personality flaws, which I don't find them to be flaws, they're hilarious to me. You know, I'm not interested in this man's personal life in the past. And for them to try to, and I know what they're going to do, they're going to try to undercut him by attacking and assassinating his character, not his policies, because the people that voted for Trump and still support Trump are able to look at his policies and say they make sense. And the ones that he's trying to get implemented right now, he's going hard. He's going 100% to try to make it happen. And he's being met with ridiculous, unmerited opposition, stupid stuff, to be honest. And then you're going to stick somebody else up there. They must have a horrible assessment of the popularity that Trump has with the people. They're underestimating the supporters for Trump. See, they're thinking that they're going to ride in and come in talking about we're the moral, righteous white knights that represent the true GOP. I don't want to see the true GOP because all they've given us is a whole bunch of this. No results. All right. A lot of good talking, but no results. So now we got a candidate that is flawed when it comes down to his background and his personal life, but we all knew that when we voted for him. So now you're telling me you're going to try to come in like Mitt Romney did the other day and attack his character, not his policies, all right? But you're going to try to attack his character. You think that we're going to fall for that? I mean, I think they tried that before. I mean, nobody's going to hit him harder than Hillary Clinton tried to hit him. You had 75 women pop up out of nowhere talking about, I was on a plane back in 1943 and Trump looked at me across the aisle and winked. And then you had all of these people popping up saying stuff. They dropped the darn audio tape of him talking reckless. They did everything they can. And throughout the whole 2 years, going into his third year of his presidency, they have thrown every negative term on this man, all types of mud, deemed him to be a traitor. They deemed him to be a misogynist, sexist, xenophobe, homophobe, racist, Hitler, Nazi, KKK member, all of these things. And because he have touched into a part of America that no other Republican, or especially no Democrat, has touched into, the people still are able to support him because, one, they see through all of the rhetoric and all of the propaganda and all of the narratives that they're trying to throw out there. And we also see what they're trying to do. They're trying to undo a duly elected president because he's not one of them. He's not a Mitt Romney. He's not a Corker. He's not a Jeff Flake. He's who he is. He brings originality to the whole table. I mean, he keeps everybody focused. Let's be honest. Half of us didn't watch all types of politics like we do now. I mean, granted, I would check it out every once in a while, but I wasn't sitting there glued to the boob tube every day trying to find out what's going on and how many stupid stuff is being said in the news that day. But now everybody's glued. Folks out there trying to act like they're political commentators, sounding ridiculous on Facebook, don't know nothing, just taking their cues from CNN, MSNBC, and idiots like my man right here that's about to talk, Jim Acosta, and of course, Jeff Phony Flake. All right, so let's hear what Jeff have to say about going into 2020.
The Republican needs to challenge Donald Trump in 2020. Is that going to be you on the Republican side, Senator?
There are others that seem more willing than I am. I've been doing this for 18 years now. It's nice to look forward to a little break, but somebody does need to challenge the president. I think.
What do you think about it? Do you think?
Remind Republicans around the country. Like I said, I haven't ruled it out. I'm a long way from there, but somebody needs to, and I think that the country needs to be reminded what it means to.
Now, this man doesn't have a job. He couldn't win again in his own state. He has been deemed throughout the whole 2 years as to be part of the opposition party. I mean, let's be honest. He might as well just went ahead and tiptoed right on over to the Democratic Party. He might as well just went ahead and slid in an application for CNN or MSNBC. It was obvious that this man hated Donald Trump so bad that he didn't care about the policies. He didn't care about nominations. He didn't care about all of that. He was willing to sabotage everything. And the voters saw it, and it was so obvious that they said, let's vomit this dude back up, okay? Because he's nasty going down. It's like swallowing castor oil. Y'all might be too young to know what castor oil is, but it was a horrible thing back in the day. You got sick, and they slid some castor oil down in your throat, and you right back up. That's what he was. They vomited him back up, and now he's flirting with the idea of running for president. And I'm sure it's either going to be him or some other knucklehead like Mitt Romney or Corker or some other guy that just pops up and thinks that just because the liberal media spends every day, every hour, every second trying to bash Trump, that they're getting through finally to a large population of already Trump supporters. Or maybe, just maybe, they might be able to branch off and break off a piece, a nice big chunk of Trump supporters to where that can at least split the votes and have either a Democrat win or people just say, well, heck, man, don't look like Trump gonna win, so let's just vote for this other Republican guy. But they once again are underestimating what people have been able to see that voted for Trump. We're finally able to see a president that fights for the people, a president that is not afraid to call out phony politicians like this guy and Mitt Romney and the rest of them, a president that's willing to take all of the arrows from the liberal media, the fake DNC, the FBI, the CIA, all of these people, taking it and smiling and saying, let's keep moving. Let's keep going forward. I'll fight them on one end, but on the other end, I'm going to be fighting for the people. A president that's finally trying to do something about illegal immigration. A president that's finally taking a stance against how we've been being pimped throughout all of these years concerning trade. A president that's willing to call out companies that's trying to sell Americans out like GM. Just call them out. Get your butt over here to the White House, CEO of GM. What do you think you're doing? You trying to leave? Okay, you know what? Guess what? Good luck trying to sell cars back here in America if you go. A president that's willing to say, you know what? Why do we have to go to war with everybody? I think I can get along with people. First things first, I'm going to draw a line in the sand, and I'm going to let you know. You keep playing games, we're going to blow you off the map. And then, once you realize that I mean business, I'll bring you to the table and say, now see, we can be friends. We can talk about this. A president that is not a warmonger and always saying, let's go out in other people's countries and stick our nose and stuff and just wipe out other leaders in other countries and stupid things like that. A president that's not involved in that stuff. A president that's finally trying to fix the broken immigration laws. A president that's willing to fight back against the crooked, nasty, dirty, funky liberal media that has a global agenda. A president that is America first. A president that is not trying to sell us out to globalism. A president that is not worried about the press scaring him to be politically correct. We finally feel confident as conservatives to say, Merry Christmas. Yeah, we can say that. We can go out and say, you know what, I can have my church service, and if the preachers start preaching about sin, we ain't got to worry about people coming up in there talking about, you can't say that, you're hurting somebody's feelings out there, Yeah, a president that's willing to call out all types of stuff. A president that has shown results in the last 2 years, and I'm going to tell you why they're going to get beat up real bad. Because not only that, but President Trump came in. If they ever had a chance, it was when he first ran, because he was ignorant to politics. He hadn't gotten in and seen all the stuff behind the door, okay? All the stuff underneath the blanket. He didn't open up the drawers and the closets and stuff to see what was going on in the White House and all over the world. But now he done got his feet wet and he knows what's going on. And so now, not only are you dealing with a strong personality, but you're going to be dealing with a strong personality that has experience now. So now his arguments, his rebuttals, all of those things in a debate, it's going to come with some substance. It's going to come with some experience. It ain't going to just be him insulting people. You're going to get insulted. Don't get me wrong. Just the fact that you decided to run against the president and try to split up the conservative vote, you're going to get insulted by him. But now it's going to be also backed up with stuff that people can say, you know what? We don't have to just trust that he's going to figure it out as he goes. He actually knows what he's talking about now. So you're going to get beat up on both ends. I'm talking you're going to be catching knees all over the place. See? So if you want to be stupid and go ahead and do something like that, Flake or Romney or whoever else, go right ahead. Because once again, they're underestimating the revolution when it comes down to politics and the GOP that Trump has brought to the table. Other personalities, only a Trump personality can duplicate it. Once he's gone, he's gone. We ain't gonna find another one. The rest gonna fall right into line with the fake presidential behavior and all of that. And you're gonna have to try to wonder what they really mean, and are they trying to set you up? And did they say that, or did they adjust their personality to fit the people? All of that stuff. But Trump, you know what you're getting. Now, I don't know about you, but I can appreciate that. When I crack open a jar of juice, and it's jungle juice, I don't know what's in it. It might taste good. I might taste a little strawberry. I might taste some cherries. I might taste some watermelon. But at the end of the day, I don't know what it really is. But when I crack open some orange juice, I know exactly what it is. I'm like, orange juice. So with Trump, at least you know. When I vote for him, I'm getting some pure orange juice. If I voted for a Romney, if I voted for a Flake, if I voted for a Corker, or any of the rest of the rhinos that step up, I don't know what I'm getting. Might sound good, might look good, might taste good for a second, but at the end of the day, I don't know what it is. Yes, just mixed punch. Let's see what else.
The conservative, certainly on the Republican side, and what it means to be decent as well, because we need a lot more of that in our politics.
It seems that as you leave Washington, there's an absence of that in this city. Isn't that right?
That's certainly the case. I think that we, for whatever reason, have kind of resigned ourselves to two political parties in this country. And as long as that's the case, both parties need to be rational and sane and try to govern rather than simply put forward the politics of resentment and anger. That's not a good recipe for Republicans moving forward, and I fear that the Republican Party is on its way out if we don't realize that we need to appeal to a broader electorate and not just continually drill down on the base, because that base is diminishing. And,
first of all, the Republican Party was on its way out until Trump stepped in, to be honest with you. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. If Trump wouldn't have won the nomination, there's a very good chance that Hillary would have won. He brought something fresh, he brought something new, and he energized the base, okay? So you throw a Jeff Flake in there, and the base is gonna tank. Coming in with the whole, well, look, I'm a nice guy, and I say things the way people want to hear them. I don't sit back and insult people. I don't call people out. I don't call the press fake news. I don't get up there and I don't insult people and all of this stuff. And look at me. I'm trying to bring us all together. And you know what? If we don't reach out to the base, if we don't reach out to a broader audience, then what's going to happen? We're going to lose all of the GOP. No. Once Trump is gone, we better pray and hope that another conservative that still carries the same ideas and policies and attitude and energy that Trump has steps up, or else we're really going to be gone. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the Democrats, they play for keeps. They play for keeps. They're not tiptoeing around everybody's feelings. They're not trying to play by the rules, Jeff. They're playing hardball. And so if we don't pull it together, and if we don't have a person in office that's willing to confront them fire with fire, then the GOP will be gone. If we don't have a president that's in there just willing to plug the leak for illegal immigration, then we ain't gonna have a GOP, because guess what? Another 30, 40 million illegal immigrants, one day get citizenship, then the GOP is gone, period. But see, this guy, he don't have the guts. He don't have the gonads to confront real hardcore politicians that's willing to do whatever they got to do to win, like the Democrats. But Trump, he does. So if I have to vote again, I wish one of them would step up and run against Trump, because you know why? It would be real funny to see how badly they get beaten. It would be a revelation to them, to show them that their idea and perception of what Americans think and what Americans perceive and what they want. I'm talking about the middle class Americans that voted for Trump. They probably in their mind thinking most of them want an option. They want a different option than Trump right now, because they're all probably walking around going, man, I hate that I had to vote for this guy, but if we had another option, we definitely would pick the other option. No, I'm okay with my choice. It always cracks me up when friends of mine will check in every once in a while to see if I still support Trump. What's up, man? What's up? So, you still support your boy? Yes, I do. With a straight face? Yes, I do. And they always shocked by that. They act as if I'm not able to see the manipulation that's been taking place for the last 2 years to try to make people think that the choice they made was bad, when all the results are good. So what are you talking about? You think I'm just going to be like, yep, I guess CNN done did their job and convinced me. And then you got your traitors like Jeff Flake, Corker, Romney, that will flip, and then they'll be embraced by them, and it'll make it look like, see, even some of the people in the Republican Party, they even think Trump's horrible. Well, we already know what they are. Traitors. I can't say it too loud, because if YouTube hears it with their algorithms, they'll demonetize my video, but they're all traitors. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the video. It's going to be real interesting to see what they're up to. They're up to something. And I'm not talking about just the Democrats. They're always up to something. They're always up to mischief. I'm talking about some of these rhinos, these Republicans. They're up to something. And I think they're going to try to slide in somebody to compete against Trump. And they're going to lose probably, a couple million votes to nothing. And I'm going to laugh. And I'm talking one of them hard laughs. It ain't going to be one of those, told you, it's going to be one of those mouth wide open laughs to where no noise is coming out anymore. Your mouth's just wide open and you're like, and then after a while, you're like, oh. That type of laugh where you're going, you know what? I literally might die laughing. I know people talk about it. We've all heard about, man, this dude almost died laughing. But It's going to be that type of laugh where I literally might die laughing. I got to stop. That's how hard I'm going to laugh at the person who steps up and gets beat down. Now, you've been listening to Kevin's Corner. Hey, check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. Links in the bottom. Also, don't forget, if you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom. And check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30, live in Kevin's Corner. And I also go live on the radio. Links in the bottom of this video. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Let's try to get my subscribership up. They've been playing games, y'all. I know what they're up to. They playing games. But anyway, we're still pressing along. All right. And so I appreciate all the support. And I just want to thank you all for hanging in there with me for the last couple years. And let's make 2019 a great year, making more sense out of this nonsense like this guy. We need to run against President Trump. Ooh, why I oughta. Pow, right in the kisser. Anyway, God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.